I wonder if you've ever kind of taken a role that later you look back and said, I listened to the wrong people, or I took it for the wrong reason, or do you kind of feel like every role you've ever taken has been a learning experience?
Well, it has to be, and absolutely, there's a truth to what you said, that I took the wrong role and I listened to the wrong people, and fundamentally people thought that one thing would get you to the next place. But again, it just goes back to that thing of when you're young, you don't fully understand that idea of like chasing the box office of a movie and like, this movie's gonna be huge. That doesn't make any sense. Like now when I hear that and people are like, this movie's gonna be huge, I'm like, really? Because I now have seen enough examples that the biggest movie with the most perfect cast and the perfect director and the perfect producers didn't even get seen. You know what I mean? So now that conundrum's been broken for me, or that fact and that thing that people live by, now that that's broken, this is all a lot more fun. But at the same time, all those movies that I've done that, are not necessarily a critical success or even like a, fully good movie, are all amazing experiences for me. You know what I mean? Who I worked with, where I was, the opportunity I got to have. I remember working with Robin Williams, and he's my hero. You know what I mean? Like License to Wed, not the biggest commercial success or critical success or whatever. To me, that movie was awesome because I got to work with, Robin Williams, who to me was as big as you get. And your brain bends around that experience a little bit. I mean, just to be honest, there's like an existential moment where you start to get really heady about like, what is going on? I mean, I'm not afraid to say that there's a stability that I haven't achieved as far as like, oh yeah, this is all totally cool. You know what I mean? Like it's all very weird, and you get a little anxious sometimes being like, whoa, I was 5 years ago waiting tables or 3 years ago waiting tables, and now I'm in a scene with Robin Williams. This is crazy. And if I hadn't had that experience, I would have dropped dead on Leatherheads. Like as soon as I got to set and I was at a table with George Clooney and Renee Zellweger, I would have just dropped dead. If I had just come from The Office to that, I would have been like, I'm out, guys. I shouldn't be here. And just sort of like, morphine it out and you're just out of the picture. I don't know how your brain accepts truths that are not acceptable unless you've had them doled out to you along the way.